everybody, and welcome back. Today I built a cabin in Granite Falls using only base game and outdoor retreat. So this is the first build I have ever done in this world, and I think it turned out really good. I just built a simple 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom cabin, and right now I have this wraparound porch, and I'm just trying to figure out the size for this cabin because I really didn't know what I was doing, and I was looking at the other cabin right next door, which you'll see me look at a few times, and I just kind of took that as a little bit of inspiration for this build. But with the wraparound porch, I do not keep that because it just didn't look like a cabin to me. So I switched it out for just a front porch, and I'm adding this path, and I'll be starting on landscaping. I use a lot of the plants from this pack. There's a lot of good plants, and I will definitely be using them in future builds and a lot more often. It's going to be great. I'm very excited for that. So if you guys like the length of this video, please tell me in the comments down below because I'm trying to experiment with how long my videos should be and how long people actually watch my videos for. So I am just finishing up this landscaping by adding rocks, and I'll be moving on to the roofing. And again, you guys saw me look over at the other cabin just to get a little bit of inspiration for what to do for this build, but it's definitely different. And I really liked how on the other cabin there was like red on trim on the outside of the windows. So I thought it'd be fun to have a green cabin. But I don't do the trim of the windows, I do the entire cabin green. And since it's in the very back of the lot, I thought it'd help it make it pop so you can really notice where it is. And so it's not as hidden in among all the wilderness. So I put these pillars down in a dark color, but I ended up having to change it to this light color because I could not find any railing that would match it. So that was a little bit of a struggle, but I finished that, and now I'm working on this outside area that just has a lot of fun activities for your Sims to do. In this area I have a fire pit and a grill and these planter boxes. I will have a tent and a card table that comes with this pack. And most of this is just me scrolling through and learning what's in this pack. And later I will put down this game that comes with this pack. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like some sort of like throw it in the hoop game. I don't know what it is, but that looks like a lot of fun, and I'm sure you have enough activities to enjoy your vacation with your Sims. And there's other things to also do in this pack. I think you might be able to go hiking. I know you can go fishing. I think there's a secret world you can find, so I'm excited to play with this pack and definitely play with this build. But if you saw me place those trash cans earlier, I thought it'd be a funny idea to place a green one as if they're recycling. So I like to add little hints in there in my builds that just hint to real life and make it seem more realistic. So I use these windows, which are the same windows that are used on the other cabin, but with the red trim, just so it matched a little bit better. And I'm trying to match the door to the same wood coloring, but I am not for sure if it's the same wood coloring. It might be a little different, but I was definitely not using a set. So now starting inside, I am starting with the kitchen and do this kind of a darker, warmer wood coloring. I don't know how you want to describe that, but I use these kind of expensive but older style kitchen appliances because I thought that, since this is probably an older cabin and an older, place where you can go camping, an older campground and stuff, there would be older appliances along with some newer stuff. So this is just kind of the kitchen. I add more to it later, but it's very simple. And as you'll see, I'm using Debug in this build. I don't normally, and Debug is basically you can put in this free cheat and get a lot of new items in your game, and most of the stuff is free, but not all of it. And it just adds a lot more decoration things that you can do, and it's really good if you just have base game or a few packs, because then you are able to get a whole load of more items. So I will link down below a link to a website that will tell you how to get that sheet if you guys would like to use it in your own game whenever you are building. So over here I put a little cork board and I put all sorts of postcards on it. I have seen that a lot, but I've never actually put it in any of my builds, and I thought it'd be kind of a fun idea if it was Like if you come to this cabin, you have a postcard from some other vacation you took and you wanted to put it up and just kind of, share to the other people that go to this cabin who you were. And I think that's kind of a fun idea to do in a cabin, so I put that in here. I'm just adding some curtains, and I will be doing the rugs next, which actually took me a lot longer than they should have, but you'll just see them go by real quick. There's just a few rugs in here, and then I'll be going on into the bathroom, which is a very simple room. So what I'm going to be building in the bathroom, which is very boring, I'm going to tell you guys a little story time. So over the summer, I went to Yellowstone and we obviously had a cabin. It was definitely not one of the nicest cabins, but it's expensive to go there anyways. If you don't know where it is, it's in the United States. So if you don't live in the United States, you might not have heard of it, but it goes in 3 different states, so it's quite a big national park. And our cabin had a bathroom that had a shower and a bath and a toilet. And then we had, in our actual cabin space, we had a single bed, a double bed, and a sink. But since there was 4 of us, we aired up an air mattress and stuck it between the beds. And you couldn't even walk through. It was a crazy time, but I really enjoyed it. And I highly recommend, if you live in the United States, to save up the money, or anywhere, truthfully, save up the money and go there, because it is entirely worth it. So I just started on the bedroom and placed down basically all the furniture I'll be using, but I kind of was getting a little bit distracted and wanted to place some more activities around, and I never put chairs with that chess table, but I end up putting them after I'm done recording, so don't worry, there are chairs with that chess table. And I add a lot of easels, because I thought it'd be a fun idea to paint things here, because you can paint by pictures or whatever in this game. And I thought it'd be a really place to, on a sunny day, just take some paintings home and enjoy them in your Sims builds at home for a lot longer. I also add these little tubs out on the front porch that came with the pack, and maybe they are supplies that are sent to this cabin, and it's a green bucket because it's the green cabin, whatever. I don't know. I just kind of like to add stories whenever I build. It makes it a lot easier to build and a lot more interesting. So I'm going to be adding a little bit of decorations on the dresser, because I wanted to make it a little more personalized. And I do this wood color that I wasn't for sure with, and not positive I loved, but it seemed like something that you'd find in a cabin. So I stuck with that, and I'm just going to be putting up a few more little decorations, and basically coming to the end of this bedroom. It is very simple, but also I think very elegant for being in a cabin. And I put up just this little simple wallpaper in here. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be heading on into screenshots real shortly, so if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I will see you all next time. Bye for now.